can stay right here with me. Think I've got fire running through my veins. 'Cause when you touch me, I must understand. I don't know what it is you do to me. Now we're just dancing in this burning room. There's something in the way you look at me that tells me you are all I'll ever need. I don't know what it is you do to me. Now we're just dancing in this burning room.
Hello? Are we live? I think we're live. Alright. So, welcome everyone. I think MadQueen is here, so welcome MadQueen. It's a beautiful Sunday, isn't it? So, for everyone who doesn't know, this is the community hangout where we just hang out, talk about Cyberpunk, talk about other things. Sometimes there might be new things if the community hangout is on a day where we get new news, then you get new news. But if the community hangout is somewhere like set between the news and we don't get something new, then we talk about the stuff that we know about, and yeah. So, welcome everyone. How are you doing? See, a lot of people are coming in. Now, before we begin, thank you so much for coming into the hangout. Thank you so much for coming in to the previous hangout streams, and don't forget to like that, click that like button, because it actually helps with YouTube. I hate asking for it, but it actually helps with the algorithm. So it actually pushes the channel and the stream. So thank you as well. Oh, we have some Bosnians as well here. Nice. Not many news this week. Well, yeah. Basically all the news that we kind of had this week was something related to marketing, like the Times Square ad. There was also the interview with Patrick Mills, who is the senior quest designer, I believe, for CDPR, currently working on Cyberpunk 2077 on Collider, where he talks more about, you know, the short stories, the inspirations behind the certain things, behind the set designs and everything. So yeah, Croatia is in the house. Hello. Oh my god. Morning. How am I? I'm doing great, actually. Next week we have a lot of interesting things coming out, so that's gonna be fun. Oh, Yashar Zvizdic, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I believe he is he's from here. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, my friend. Hvala. My god. Do you know why the Cyberpunk Twitter hasn't posted anything recently? Well, there's a couple of things that you can take into account there. Number one, they want to kind of stay silent because of the delay. And second of all, when you do a delay, you have to actually revise your marketing plan and PR plan a bit. So you have to respond in a certain way when people are maybe disappointed that there is another delay. So sometimes you just go silent until things calm down, and then you start posting about, things about the game. Then, it happens. It absolutely happens. Oh my god. Where am I from? I'm from Bosnia. From Miami, damn. When is the next Night City Wire? I believe the next Night City Wire, maybe next week, the announcement, I don't know. Like, we are getting closer to that, 10th of December. So, in my opinion, maybe they announce next week, and then, I don't know, something tells me that they might announce on Monday and then say, like, look, there is a new stream on Friday. Or they might announce at the end of this week and say, like, the next Night City Wire is next week. So, those are the possible options. Born in Bosnia, moved to Chicago in '93 because of the war. Oh, you're in Chicago right now. Damn. Hello from Australia. From Ireland, from India. Damn. Zagreb. Damn. Saudi. Wow. Do we have any idea what map verticality exactly means? Yes. Yes, actually, we do know. So, if you play The Witcher 3, or you maybe played some other games, when you go through the level, let's say, you have a not linear level, but an open world level which doesn't really go high up in the air. You don't have many things to do on a vertical scale. You have a quest, you go from point A, you walk to point B. Now, in Cyberpunk, because it's Night City, and the city is kind of the main thing in the game, it's like the city is basically 50% of the universe and how people perceive the world of Cyberpunk by Talsorian games. And because of that, you have a lot of missions and quests and whatever to do in buildings. And that means that they will actually count in this verticality where, for example, mega buildings have many floors that are huge, that have shops and all of that. And some of those things you're going to be doing in the, building level. And not just that, but the entire city is built kind of on top of each other. So let's say you had a city in 2020 or in 2000s, and then as technology moves forward, more people come in, you need to think of other things, how to basically expand the city. So you start building on top on the actual city level, and that's why you have, let's say, a highway on the first level, then you have another road on the third level. So that's kind of verticality that they think about. Do you know Keanu Reeves is from Lebanon? I think I heard about that. Greetings from Iran. Hello. Do you think 2077 will look horrible on current gen? Well, it's not going to look like on next gen, but I doubt that someone would release for current gen and it would look bad. I mean, there are certain limitations that current gen has, and those limitations have to be, sufficed, because if not, then you're not gonna have decent frame rate. But something tells me, because the overall PC requirements are not that huge, they're not that you don't need 2080 to run the game on minimum. I think it should actually be nice in current gen, but we are yet to see the gameplay, so we shall see. Poland, hello. Greetings, Chumbas. You will even go up in that DLC in Crystal Palace? I mean, Crystal Palace is definitely something that a lot of people want to see as an expansion. Let me play some music as well. You tell me if the music is too loud or too low. Let me just do this. Alright, so what was I trying to say? Yeah, so Crystal Palace, definitely something that we could see. It has potential, but they also said that they will release, well, not release, but announce the expansions before the game comes out, like they did with The Witcher 3. We knew about Blood and Wine and Hearts of Stone before the game came out. We didn't know much, but we had the cover and we had the short description, so yeah, we'll see. Tahiti, damn. Hello from US. Let me see. If I missed some questions, I do apologize though. Would the game be censored in the Middle East version of the game? I mean, sometimes they have to do it. in certain countries. I don't know. I think Japan is gonna have some restrictions, but it's not gonna be anything. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't think it should influence the story so much. 2080 Ti will do fine. Yeah, absolutely fine. I think the gameplay that we had seen running smoothly was on 2080 Ti at the time in the Cyberpunk limited edition version. So yeah, absolutely. My PS4 Pro will die because of Cyberpunk and a 4K TV. Are there any kids in the game? Yeah, you have. But they're probably gonna be non-interactable NPCs. Man, there have been awesome delay memes, yeah. Yeah, for as long as people keep it civil, yeah. Absolutely. Juicebox, thank you for 10 bucks. What are your opinions on how the multiplayer will look? Do you think it will be as asymmetrical or focused around co-op? Love your channel, Madu. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Thank you. Now, regarding multiplayer, they just basically hired the new creative director who is going to work on multiplayer, and I now forgot his name. God damn it. But yeah, they do have a creative director, and this guy actually made Breach. I played Breach a bit. It was a 4v1 multiplayer where it's like Escape the Room in a sense, where you have one guy controlling the monsters, and then the four heroes have to fight through NPCs that the other guy spawns, and they have to win. So that was kind of a thing, but that game never left alpha or beta, I believe, so the actual funding for the game stopped. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, if we're talking about Cyberpunk as a tabletop game, then some form of co-op where we do missions, something which enhances the RPG aspect, because I don't think they would just create a multiplayer just to have another game mode in the single player. And the reason why multiplayer and single player will be divided is because Cyberpunk 2077, along with their other games which are single player, comes without DRM. And that means no connections, no login, all of that stuff. So just play the game. Multiplayer, on the other side, has to have that login and all of that. So it needs to have a certain level of protection. So that's why they're gonna be separate. But I don't know, I would just love, an RPG aspect where you go with different people to do a mission, I don't think it's gonna have heavy RP, but the game would have been released in 11 days. Yeah. Is it confirmed that we can pick up any props in the game, like an old can or rock? We saw some instances where you can actually take a bottle, but I don't know about everything. I wouldn't say that we're gonna be able to have everything. Pick up everything, but some things, yeah. Nate, JF, are there any animals in the game? They haven't said much about that. Well, the world of Cyberpunk is the ecosystem of the entire world is pretty much ruined, especially in the US after the collapse, after everything, after all the droughts and fields were not able to grow any plants, and when you destroy the forests and all of that, you kind of lost the animals as well. So we saw iguana, I believe. There are cats in the game that we can pet, but don't expect a lot of animals, especially a huge variety of animals or birds or something like that, because that's pretty much gone. That's gone. Yeah. MadQueenShow. The good thing about this creative director is that if you look at the game he did, his experience is perfect to make a multiplayer similar to pen and paper game. Yeah, I agree, because when you think about it, even in the pen and paper, you have the game master or dungeon master in D&D, so yeah, that would be cool. I wonder if that's gonna be the case, like to have a game master and then people are trying to finish the task. I don't know. I doubt it will be delayed again. You know why I doubt? Just from a logical reason, they wouldn't delay for 21 days and then after 10 or 15 days say, well, we need another month, or we need another 15 days or something like that. If I actually wanted, if I was CDPR, if I wanted to delay for 2 months, I would have already said it. But 21 days, then another 21 days, it won't be good. It won't be a smart business move to make. Will Night City have a Christmas? Or do these types of celebrations do not exist in the lore? I believe some form of Christmas exists. Definitely. No alligators in the sewers, pre-order cancelled. Corpo Gang. I doubt it will be delayed again. They spent 2.5 mil on Times Square. Yeah, there's also that. There was also the NBA commercials though, but you know, sometimes, you know, you can market the game all you want, but the ultimate thing which matters is the product. So, you know, if the final product when it comes out is good, you know, people will just forget about it. Because it was the same when The Witcher 3 was coming out, kinda. But then, yeah, CDPR was a smaller company. I bet pets would be expensive. I mean, they can create some robo-pets for you. Can you be in the police in Cyberpunk 2077? No, but you can actually help the police. Certain people in the game will have, let's say, bounty on them. So you can kind of flatline them or maybe just knock them out and inform the police. And then the police pays you bounty if you caught that guy. And I'm sure there will be some quests, maybe in NCPD in some form. We shall see. There was Inspector Stins, so, but working directly for NCPD, no. That's how they take this approach to this game. You are a mercenary more than you are anything else. So gangs can work with you, but they're never going to let you join. It's that simple. The best marketing nowadays is good reviews, yeah. And user reviews more than regular ones. Hope they have a consistent updates like NPC routine changes, seasons and stuff. Man. Maybe for multiplayer, but single player seasons, they will have different weather effects and all of that, but seasons, no. That means the story would have to span for years and years and years. Corpos are ruthless execs, white collar execs that rule the city in dystopia. Yep, right up my alley. Just landed a 3080, nice. That's amazing. What kind of DLCs will there be? Well, free DLCs. Expansions, they're paid. But DLCs, if we go for The Witcher, The Witcher DLCs were alternate outfits for, I believe, Ciri, Yennefer. There was also the short quest where you obtained the armor of the School of the Wolf, and I don't remember, I think different hairstyles, something like that. And that was free. Yeah, bounties. Yeah. Thought about streaming on Twitch? Yeah, but no. I mean, I can stream something on Twitch which is not connected to Cyberpunk, but nah, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see how YouTube is going to, if they're going to allow streaming Cyberpunk on here, because one button you're out. So we'll see. Don't expect too much. The game can't do everything. Absolutely. They have a formula, and I mean, this game, you cannot create a game for everyone with every single feature, with every single thing. It's impossible. They haven't showed enough fashion for corpos. They did in the latest style trailer. But you kinda assume what it is and how but they did actually in the style. Maybe the game will have streamer mode? Yeah, I think so. I think they said something about it, and I think it would be a logical step just because. They should do it that you get multiplayer as a separate game for free when you have Cyberpunk 2077, just like with Resident Evil Resistance. I don't know like how they're going to handle multiplayer, because they said they will have some form of monetization. That doesn't mean microtransactions. Again, they could implement them, but for as long as they're fair and they don't take away from my experience in the game, I'm okay with it. And I'm thinking like, okay, they could charge for the game and then have that. I don't know if people would do it. Maybe they could have the game for free and then you have those, in a sense, MTX. But we'll see. Will Stadia release flop? Not because of Cyberpunk. Streamer mode, the Japanese version of the game? I believe so. Multiplayer won't be as good as single player no matter what. What platform? PC primarily. I will have it on PlayStation 4, just because you get a free upgrade for PlayStation 5. So yeah, but primarily PC. Primarily. Maybe sometimes when I want to relax, I'll just put it up on TV with the PlayStation. Do I need to know about Cyberpunk lore to play the game and enjoy it? Yeah. I mean, not fully, you don't have to know every single little thing, but it helps with immersion, I guess, because you're gonna see some corporation, you're gonna say, ah, I know the history of this corporation. Also, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how CDPR handles history. We did hear that the Arasaka Rite is gonna be in the game. That's been kind of foreshadowed. So yeah. Yeah. Any information on cyberware and augmentations? I mean, cyberware, just cyberware. Well, there's a whole list of cyberware in the tabletop in Cyberpunk 2020. And they also did have the weapons trailer where they talk about certain things like mantis blades, monovire, whatever. Think it'll be fun to replay in other languages. Yeah. I'll replay the game definitely in Japanese. Best way to learn the lore, you can watch our videos from the Cyberpunk family, or you can buy the source books from Talsorian games. They're also, like, if you really want detail after detail. But yeah, I think also Cyberpunk 2020 is coming with if you buy Cyberpunk 2077, you get Cyberpunk 2020, so yeah. I'm planning on making Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell on my first playthrough. Cool. We've seen General Lee. Do you expect many cars to have custom colors based on TV, movies, etc.? Yeah, we have Yaiba Kusanagi, which is from Akira. We have the, as you said, General Lee. So I'm guessing there might be a couple. I don't think there's gonna be too much, but I'm sure that there is gonna be a couple, like certain hints that could be little Easter eggs about, you know. Yeah. I'm a noob, but loving the CP lore the last couple of months. Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait for Red. Yeah, Red is coming out soon. Yeah. The entire family is gonna be covering that. There's, I guess, new lore. How do you think it will be until they realize another game after Cyberpunk? Well, they said that after the single player releases, they will have expansions, they will have multiplayer, and one part of the team is going to start working on the next Witcher. Nate JF, what do you think Cyberpunk Gwent game will look like? Who knows? But it's not gonna be Gwent. It's gonna be Gwent-sized game, but not Gwent. Gwent is a Witcher thing. Are we getting the art book with the game? To be honest, I have to check it, but I believe so. They will start showing something good because of recent delay. I mean, they have a gameplay trailer, I believe, in the works, so we'll see. What life path am I picking? Street Kid first, then a Nomad, then a Corpo. But yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. I had a lot of people tweet at me and talk about, you know, Cyberpunk being delayed. Some people are disappointed, some are not, but yeah, I mean, I can completely understand if you're disappointed. But yeah, some people just want to wait for the review to actually play the game. They want to see the Metacritic, which is okay. I mean, it's your money. If you don't want to pre-order, then wait for reviews. That's the best thing that you can do, to be 100% certain what you're getting into. Sup LKM, sup. Hopefully they will get a well-deserved break before immediately start working on another project. Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, obviously there's gonna be some break. But also, you know, then, you know, people slow down a bit, they start doing some other things slowly. I mean, that's a fun thing. But I'm sure a lot of them are gonna go on a vacation, as much as you can go on a vacation in 2020. I mean, I assume you'll be playing as a boy. I'll play a male V first, and I'll play female V second. Can you explain what Cyberpunk Red thing is? So, Cyberpunk 2020, or Cyberpunk, is firstly created by Mike Pondsmith, who co-created Cyberpunk 2020, and it's released by Talsorian. So Cyberpunk Red is the continuation of that Cyberpunk 2020 tabletop RPG, or pen and paper RPG as people like to call it, which is going to bridge the lore between Cyberpunk 2020 and Cyberpunk 2077, because Cyberpunk Red is set in, I believe, 2040, 2045, after the Fourth Corporate War, where the mini-nuke goes off in the center of Night City, and, well, it starts the time of the Red. So it's like, I don't know, it's somewhat a more Mad Maxian era of Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk 2077 is like the renaissance of that. In a sense, it's also a soft reboot of Cyberpunk 2020. I don't know, we'll see. You think Johnny Silverhand will be one of the main bosses at the end? Who knows? How are they going to handle this? I don't know, like, I doubt... You never know. You never know with Johnny, that's the thing. You never know with Johnny. V-mail. Do you prefer the DLC focus on expanding Night City or new areas? Well, if they want to go to new areas, they can go to Crystal Palace. If they want to explore Night City, I don't know, I think there would be an event or something, but I don't know, like, if we take The Witcher, Hearts of Stone expanded the main map a bit, and then Blood and Wine added the whole new region. So I would expect, regarding expansions, that we get a smaller one first, and then the bigger one, and then I don't know how many else expansions will they do overall. So that's the... What other games you planning to play in 2020? I'll try out Valhalla a bit. Kinda interested in that. We'll see how it goes. I know that I'm not getting Assassin's Creed, a classical one. I know what I'm getting into. So I'll probably play that a bit. I'll play Shadowlands when it comes out, because I'm a huge WoW fan. We'll see if they actually fixed WoW. So yeah. Batman shirt, yeah. I love this one. So it's nice, it's very nice. Let's hope the game doesn't flop. I mean, everyone is hoping for that, obviously. Can you use your powers to contact devs and tell them to put Keanu voice in options so we can hear him as Johnny Silverhand while playing in different language? No. I don't have that power. And I don't have those powers, and why would I do that? I'm sure you can flatline people, J-Rock. I mean, some NPCs in the game, like Royce, probably Padre, etc., etc., they have special things, maybe a weapon, maybe a car or something, that if you cannot really get it in a nice way, if you actually want it, you got it, you know. Have I tried Ghost of Tsushima? I finished Ghost of Tsushima when it came out. The only reason why I didn't stream or record the Ghost of Tsushima is because I don't have a capture card yet, but I'll invest into that. Because I don't want to invest in a capture card for PlayStation 4 when PlayStation 5 is coming out, so I'm thinking, is that the same? Do I just use the same thing? Or are there going to be some special recorders for PlayStation 5? Because I don't know much about that. How do you think the collaboration licensing agreement works? It's Mike Pondsmith, baby, but if someone at CDPR wants to kill off character or end the story in a certain way, who gets the final veto? I think those things are arranged and talked about. You know, they all have certain freedom, you know. Mike does his own thing with Cyberpunk Red. He obviously consults CDPR on Cyberpunk 2077, but I also think, you know, he trusts them because what Mike Pondsmith said long time ago is that he didn't really want to give the rights for someone to make a video game in his universe just like that. So it had to be something special. It had to be a company, and you think, yeah, but a lot of these people, actually developers who work on Cyberpunk, they're the fans of the original tabletop. They know the lore. They know what they're doing. I don't know what to say. Like, they know what they're doing. I think it needs a new capture card for next gen. Do you think we will find out what happened to Morgan Blackhand? Who knows, man? Who knows? If the game got gold, why it was delayed? Going gold doesn't mean that it's 100% ready. Going gold means that the master disc is ready to be shipped, and then they start working on the patch or an update. It's a very normal thing. Yeah, but of course. Yeah, it's also, as MadQueen said, CDPR kind of bought the whole thing. Yeah, so they also have a lot of say in it, but obviously they're not going to do anything huge without asking Mike first. Of course, that makes sense. Do you think they will be talking about? Who knows? Who knows if you're gonna be on TV, my friend? So Cyberpunk 2077 canon? Yeah. Yeah, in a sense, yeah. Technically, yeah. Why not release the game on PC and delay the consoles? Because obligations. So in the lore, does Silverhand exist beyond 2077? We don't know what goes on after 2077. We don't know what goes on in, you know, Time of the Red. Nevertheless, in 2077. The current updated lore, which is available for sale, it ends with a 4 corporate war. They can't release different... Yeah. Is Johnny dangerous? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course he is. What aspects of Cyberpunk game do you find the most exciting or engaging? Well, the first one is definitely the RPG aspect, because I love RPGs. I love when there is a certain decision making involved, when there is, you know, where you do something and it backfires. That's great. Where you role play a certain class. And then the second thing is definitely the level design. I cannot wait to actually go and just look at Night City to take it all in. And some of the third thing is definitely the audio design as well, because you can have a great level design, but there is also audio design which enhances that whole experience. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that, all the ambient sounds and you know, just that mostly. Sorry, I automatically answered the lore questions. Feel free to do it, Mad Queen. Yeah. Also, go watch, if you haven't already, Mad Queen had an interview with Mike Pondsmith. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. So you think in time 2077 will come to tabletop lore? Those things, I can guess, maybe not, but I don't have any concrete info on the things. Yeah. Guys, I know LastKnownMeal delayed Cyberpunk. They're on to me. Regarding the platforms, already said primarily PC. Why? Because I'm a PC gamer mostly. I play games on PC most of the time. I play PlayStation when I want to kind of relax, or if there is an exclusive which comes out that I like, then I play it on console. Will you walk to most destinations in Cyberpunk? Yeah, that's actually interesting, because walking is great in this game. Because yeah, you can go with a vehicle, but as Patrick Mills said, he likes to put a marker on the other side of the city, and then he walks to that side of the city, and then he just does the side activities, you know, that come in front of him until he reaches that marker. So that's cool. That's cool. It's gonna be a lot, as they said, it's going to be a lot more, how would I say, personal experience, because you're, you know, inside the city. It's on that scale. They should have a Netflix show. They do. An anime though. Excited about that. Ooh, I'm excited about that anime. Where am I from? I'm from Bosnia, my friend. Yeah, same on exclusive. I play on consoles. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. The last one I bought, what was it? I don't know, I think Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man, the Uncharted games. Do I get annoyed answering the same question over and over? I answered it 2 times and then I just stop. You know? And by the way, there is something also wrong with the comment section in my studio preview, because sometimes it just go too fast and sometimes it's too slow with updating the chat. So that's funny. Have I been reading the Trauma Team? Yeah, I believe the 3rd issue. Which issue is the last which came out? I have yet to read the 3rd episode, or well, the 3rd part of Trauma Team. What are the latest news on owning, buying apartments and houses? No news. You're gonna have 1 apartment that we know about. And no, you won't be able to, you will be able to customize your apartment, but you cannot get new apartments. What do I think about Crunch? There is a video I did. You can watch that. I heard that you can't romance Meredith Stout unless you choose the corpo life path. Maybe, but that all comes down to characters. You know, you come from a different background. As a street kid, you don't really know how corpos function. You know, so I don't know if Meredith is interested in corpos only. If she just wants corpos for her personal gain or benefit, I don't think you stand much of a chance. Can you interact with all the NPCs in Night City? I'm not sure if you interact with all of the NPCs. Let me just replay this music. Greetings from Michigan, hello. Do you think RTX will be worth enabling, or will the game still look great without RTX on? Also, is 2070 super enough for RTX on max settings? Much love from UK, hello to UK. Well, I mean, obviously, if you can enable RTX, enable it. We saw the game without RTX, and a lot of people thought it had RTX on, but it didn't. So, if you don't want... What is going on with the camera? Hello? 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 Okay. So, what was I saying? God damn it. Yeah, if you don't want RTX, yeah, leave it off. But I think the game is gonna look fine without RTX. I don't know. I'm still not that interested in RTX. I mean, I am with this game, but I'll get a new GPU probably in January, because right now it's impossible. I wanted 3080 before, but you cannot get it. It's out of stock everywhere. How do you know they will deal with invisible walls? No idea. In The Witcher, they just tell you to go back. If you don't go back, they teleport you, so that's it. My god, some of these questions. LKM stream RTX on. Well, when I get 3080, and if I can stream with RTX on, I will. I mean, that comes down to the performance of the stream. GTA 2077? I hope you're being ironic. Mad Queen knows the lore? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If we have a question, we go and ask her. how brutal is the Cyberpunk universe? Well, how about this example? The leader of the raids in 2020 wears, it's rumored that he wears human skin as a outfit. So we'll see. I know that Alchem will nuke us with content when Cyberpunk comes out. Yes, I will nuke you with content, but especially for the first week, maybe even 2, I'll see. No spoilers. I will have a 24-hour stream when the game comes out. And of course, I expect a lot of people will be playing the game. They don't want to see the spoilers. People want to see the stream. They're gonna be welcome. But actual spoilers, title, thumbnail, all of that, no. I hate that. I don't like that. Will the game have VR support? Not right now. I don't know about the future. I'm going a bit blurry. Yeah, something's wrong with the camera. I found a different camera I'm going to get soon because this one is kind of outdated and the frame rate is not the best, so I'll get a new version of the Logitech webcam, which is, I believe, 4K 30 and then 1080 60 FPS, so I'll get that because I really want to have the best possible quality to stream this game when it comes out. What happened to the gameplay trailer? Well, because of the delay, those things are put, you know, back a few days. Everyone like the stream right now. Please do. Please do. It helps. It helps with YouTube. If you can. Thank you. How are you going to stay awake and engaged for 24 hours? My friend. Years and years and years of gaming brought me to this moment. We used to stay up for 2 days playing CS 1.6 before. This is nothing. This is nothing. Greetings from the Philippines. Hello. Just turn off autofocus. Maybe I should. I don't know if this camera actually has an option to do it. It's quite limited. It's good, but it's limited. Pepe, I think you should be hired in a gaming industry because they've had 5 years to do it. If you can do it faster, please revolutionize the gaming industry. I beg you. It is not. I'm not teasing you. I'm actually saying if you can do it better, go do it. Go do it. Save the industry. You should drink and do 24-hour stream. I mean, I'm from Bosnia. We drink. There's no denying that. But at the same time, how is YouTube with that? No, and of course I won't drink on stream, but what are you talking about? You should make your own gameplay trailer after Cyberpunk releases. I have some ideas for the cinematics, and that's coming. I'm waiting for the soundtrack. Imagine when they unleash the soundtrack, when you can download that. Oh, there's gonna be so many things I will do. Do you know how money will be made in the game, and will there be inventory? Yes, there will be inventory. You make money by doing jobs, gigs, certain activities in the city. Yeah. Well, you're gonna have limited inventory, and I believe there is some abilities or perks you can activate which increases the amount of things you can put in your inventory. Overall, your vehicles will have a storage, so if you want to dispose of some stuff, you put it in the vehicle that you own, and yeah, so that's not gonna be a problem. I won't drink my first. Do you love rakia? Of course. Of course. Have you been listening to Samurai? Yeah, it's on my playlist actually. I pop a Samurai song from time to time. What's the most popular booze in Bosnia? It's rakia. That's the most popular. You know the base storage size for the inventory? You can go through the gameplay videos and maybe there is something in the inventory, because they do show an inventory in Deep Dive and in the 48-minute demo, I believe. So maybe there, I don't know right now. Can we romance Adam Smasher? Depends. What's his role in 2077? Yeah, this is also an interesting question. Can you repair your vehicle in Cyberpunk 2077? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's gonna be interesting because you have to repair your car somehow. And I wonder if maybe you do maximum damage to it, it explodes. Maybe just call a new one? I don't know. You can carry like 4 weapons. I believe 3 weapons, not 4. Can we romance you? Then we'll also have to install a very small update for Xbox for Cyberpunk. I don't think anything that you installed right now is related to Cyberpunk. Can you change your life path at some point in the game? No. No, I don't know. Life path is somewhat of your starting choice. What you can change, of course, is your character in terms of looks and abilities. But no, not life path. I doubt that. How do you feel about the end game? I don't even know what it is in this game. Oh, what's the inspiration behind the name? It's quite random. I was actually trying to come up with a name for my channel, what, 8-10 years ago? I don't even remember. And it's like something random. And LastKnownMeal was a random thing which I... Can you dual wield? No. No. How are you, LKM? I'm great, Amir. I'm doing great. Am I Russian? No, I'm from Texas. Did the game have auto drive? Oof. Well, there is a button that you can press to basically go and start shooting from the vehicle. And because technically you can call in your vehicle, it tells me that there is some sort of an autopilot, but I don't even know how that is gonna work when you're on the street if there is other vehicles. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that is going to work. It's possible, but yeah. What's the name of the background music? It's actually the Cyberpunk soundtrack. So that's just for the background. Sorry. You can dual wheel drinks? Yeah. Pretty sure Jackie is scripted to always die. I mean, they're hinting at it, kinda. I wouldn't love it, but I would understand if it happens. Maybe it's going to move the story forward because, yeah, it's... I mean, CDPR did say a long time ago, they want to make us smile, they want to make us cry, they want to make us laugh, so... It doesn't exclude the fact we might see that. Can we mod the weapons? Yeah, you can mod the weapons. Yeah. You can mod it. You're the best, bro. No, you're the best. What are the chances of some cut content like wall running will come back in the DLC? I don't know. You know, maybe if they want to implement it, maybe if they found a purpose for it in their current formula for the game, maybe. But that's just a giant maybe. CDPR has made us cry enough. Nah, Jackie's not gonna backstab you. If Jackie dies, who do you think is gonna work as his replacement? That's the thing with me. I don't like having companions in the game. If the game has an option for me to have companions, I either have them in the beginning in an RPG if maybe I need a companion to help me fight certain monsters or enemies or whatever. But usually I don't have a companion in the game. I mean, you're gonna have Johnny, so maybe you count that as a companion. But yeah. We'll see about the others though. We'll see how they handle that transition in a sense. Can you start off as a street kid and end up as a corpo? Nah, I don't think that's gonna work like that. It's possible technically lore-wise, but I don't think the game is gonna push you into that. Can you enter a lot of small buildings? Also, does the map feel small at any point? I mean, I know as much as you do from the gameplay. I don't think map is gonna be small in that sense. For as long as the map is well thought out, if it's useful, and if it doesn't have empty areas which serve nothing, that you can just count as size, then I'm okay with it. Like, you can create the biggest map in the video game and say, oh, I have a biggest map in a video game ever created. But if you don't utilize every area of the map for something, if it's just an empty field of nothingness, then what's the point of having a biggest map of all of the games ever created, you know? You have to design levels, or yeah, there is also that. When you design levels, you have to take into account every single augmentation, every single movement someone can do. So if you have a double jump in the game, if you have a charge jump in the game, when they make levels, they make it for the sense, okay, what does a player have in this particular part of the game? What could player have? What sort of entries can we make in this level? So there are many things which go into that, and yes, wall running is also one of the things they have to take into account for it to work before. What my PC components? Currently I'm running the i7 7700. I'm running 1070, 16 gigs of RAM, but I'll be getting 3080. I'll get 32 gigs of RAM because Adobe and Chrome. Like, Chrome is worse than entire. Like, you can open up the entire Adobe library, it's still going to take up less RAM than Chrome. Yeah, I'll get the new AMD CPU, because the new AMD CPUs are, oh, they're so good. They're so good. Thank you, Raven007, thank you so much. I'ma go street kid and cause hell. Let me see. Anything underwater in the lore? But maybe that's not true. Well, technically there isn't too many things around Night City when it comes to water. I mean, below the sea level. You have waste from, well, during the time of the Red, the Corpo Center was kind of destroyed, so they had to put all that stuff into the sea around Night City. So you might have those things, maybe a little bit of wreckage, but I doubt. I mean, it's there for world building. You cannot have Night City, you cannot have the bay without water. So, you know, and I don't really see a point in that. AMD is so nice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Are there beaches? Yeah, the radioactive beach around Night City. It's amazing. When you're so tired from replaying this game to see the different events and choices you could do, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of options. My like is given always, brother. Thank you. Is there something like the Witcher sense in the game? Technically, if you look at Braindance and the whole analysis of the Braindance in the Braindance editor, where you can rewind and see, like, okay, what are the clues in this Braindance, so you can kinda consider that as Witcher senses. But I doubt as a character you're gonna be able to turn on Witcher senses in that. You can have Kiroshi, which is upgraded, that can give you new information, maybe more information about the character, maybe you see through the wall. So those kind of things, they're tied heavily to your cyberware, augmentations, whatever. Any talk about farming would be maybe like, well, I don't know, it's if you think about, you know, farming for the level or something, because it's a single player, I don't think the game will push you to grind a lot. Yeah, we'll see, maybe for some achievements. I still hold a bit with upgrading your CPU. 770 fine, given a high resolution and 1080p. I'd wait with the CPU upgrade till Microsoft has specified which MS SSD will work with direct storage. Okay, I'll go into that, see what it is. Yeah, is that Polish accent? It's Bosnian, but it's based on Slavic language, same as Polish, so it might be similar because we have similar pronunciation of certain words. I think there was also a question about the net, and I think someone said they'll be surprised. They mentioned what would surprise you. The net would surprise me. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to the net and see how they handle that. They're keeping that as a surprise, it seems. So we'll see what sort of an importance and will have. Obviously, it will be important in the game. The net is a pretty much, you know, important part of the universe, and you know, just getting info on certain things. But we'll see how those things will happen. I am the ultimate level farmer. Yep. Has anyone watched the Blade Runner movies? Oh yeah. Actually, I need to watch them again. I thought you were from Texas? Not like I can tell. There's people who thought I'm from US, and I'm like, how is this accent not telling you I do not live in US? Do you think the open world element would suit in roaming, like whole open world thing? Yeah, because when you make an open world game, you need to think about open world. So okay, we allowed the player to move anywhere where he wants. So of course you need to give player activities and certain things that will make him be engaged in the game for a longer period of time. So yeah. Is there a question about first person? Oh, yeah, first person is amazing for free roam, because when you think about it, you know, you have an entire city which is huge, and you have verticality above you, and then there is the certain interaction with the NPCs. So I personally don't mind first person. Thought you were in Canada. I'm from UK, but you sound like you'd be in Toronto or Quebec. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Did you get to pre-order a PlayStation 5 or Xbox? Everybody seemed to be out. Well. Regarding PlayStation 5, I don't have problems getting it here, because it's not really that much in demand. People buy it, but it's not too much in demand. So I'll get it. We'll see. I don't like buying straight away. And I still have to invest in 3080, so maybe January I'll get the new PlayStation. LKM, do you think we'll see designer clothing like Adidas, Gucci, Prada? I mean, well, they talked more about fashion and clothing, and when you saw certain things in the game, like the styles of 2077, you can kind of maybe see some inspirations, but also a lot of those inspirations are taken. So, alright, they thought, what do people wear in 2077? So it's not only like, oh yeah, the Adidas or whatever. They also thought about different things. But yeah, you're gonna have some classic, you know, Cyberpunk clothing. You're gonna have something new, updated for the lore itself, but we'll see. What's the difference between a sandbox and open world? Well, basically, sandbox, open world is the same thing, but a sandbox, in terms, it gives you more freedom in that sense. It's like a sandbox. You create stuff, in a sense. You do with that sand whatever you want. In an RPG, it's different. You can't really get a 5 stars and then nothing happens. So that's sort of that. It's like, it has more RPG elements than of course it has some sandbox elements, but that's not the primary focus of the game. You're getting 3080, should go in and get 3090. Where is this? I don't know. Of course I would like 3090, but at the same time, not really. And I think my belly is saying eat, because I have an 8. A good example of sandbox is Mount and Blade. Yeah, I also play that one. Valency, hello, 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 hello. A free roam area where you can do anything with your imagination. Well, everything gives you certain limitations in that sense. Think Witcher 3 in Cyberpunk universe? Well, Witcher 3 and also Deus Ex. But on a whole different level. Please tell me your opinion, the male V voice. It's good. Obviously, until the game is not out, I cannot judge so far. I think that's a decent voice. I mean, there is nothing crazy about that. Thoughts on exotic cosmetics? Well, some exotics will be in the game. Huge exotics, you will see people with them, but as a character, you cannot really get every single or go with certain exotics because they're expensive, and it's not really the point. But of course, they did say that they have various augmentations in the game, so technically there is going to be some things that can make you look like a robot if you put augmentations in yourself. I'm sure that's gonna be there, because that will make sense, but nothing too crazy, like nothing insanely crazy. If something goes wrong, you think CD Red fixed it? Yeah, they do. They Witcher 3, when it came out, it had performance issues on PlayStation, I believe, and then it was fixed. Is there BioWare kind of thing in Cyberpunk? Yeah, but we didn't actually get too much info regarding that. You believe there will be makeup in customization? Yeah. There will be. You gotta keep the mercenary image to some extent. Yeah. I mean, you're a mercenary, that's your role, but you can have different life path in the background behind you. Jonathan Quote, thank you so much for $5. Are you subscribed to Gamer Nexus? If so, did you see his review of AMD CPU? I believe I am subscribed to Gamer Nexus, but I have yet to see the review. I was busy these past couple of days, but tonight after the podcast, I will lay back and I'm gonna, catch up on those videos. Let me just see something for a sec. I want to be sure that I haven't watched... Nope, I haven't watched his videos yet. I believe he has a 2 days ago new video. I don't know, Amir. I don't know. I wonder how the PlayStation 4 version... I'm looking forward to it as well. I mean, I don't know. Right now, I think they need to show the console gameplay next Night City Wire. We'll see. But they have to obviously show it before the game comes out. That makes sense. The blacksmith, nema ništa. As long as you can't walk around with a jaw like in the video, that was freaking me out. I'm sure jaw is not considered really an exotic, it's just a normal augmentation, so those things, yeah. But you can't really turn yourself into a shark or whatever. Or a dragon. No. But it's possible. People have turned themselves into a dragon in the game. Well, with augmentations, not actual dragons. Draco Dran Beep, thank ho. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, my friend? Did they fix the melee combat? If you actually go back and see the latest videos that have been released, yeah. Melee combat looks actually better than did before. Of course, you tweak those things until release. That's normal. I'm gonna die. Okay, what is this? I hope my Switch can run. You know what? I was thinking about Switch going to Cyberpunk going to Switch. Now, there is no way Cyberpunk can go to Switch. This one. But I'm sure that they're planning Switch 2, right? I actually love the idea of Switch. I don't own the regular Switch, but I will get it soon. Because I think that's one of the best handheld devices out there. There's so many games on that I want to play. Yeah. In that sense, we'll see. But when Switch 2 comes out, that's when you're gonna see a lot more games be ported to Switch. Because honestly, I did not expect half the games which were ported. I never expected that Witcher 3 could be ported onto Switch. That's insane. But yeah, but even that Witcher port, it runs good, but you can kind of see. But of course, it's magic that they did. I mean, Crysis is on Switch. Will Cyberpunk be optimized for GameCube? Yeah, GameCube and Commodore, I believe, as well. If you're into Commodore, I think it can also fit on that. So melee play won't start smooth. That's the thing you have to realize. The skill level in this game, especially with weapons, and that includes melee weapons and long range pistols, whatever, guns, whatever. When you start, your skill with that weapon is low, and that means also the visual is going to change. So once you get more proficient with using a handgun, V is going to be faster with aim down the sight. V is also going to reload faster. Your movement is going to be more refined. So that's the thing. As your character learns the skill, that also changes the visual outcome of the movement. Are you gonna try the Stadia version and do like a performance difference or showing problems with Stadia? Is there need? I would rather check this out on the GeForce Now. Give you that performance. I don't want to spend money on Stadia at all. Like, at all. Like, no. But I'm sure someone is going to do an actual benchmark. Or well. But that also differs because that's streaming. And that comes down to your internet, whatever, you know. Am I diehard for Cyberpunk 2077? I mean, I have a channel based on Cyberpunk 2077 right now. I mean, I'm a fan. I know what to expect from this game, and that's the most important thing everyone needs to understand is that you need to know what to expect from this game. It cannot have everything. It's impossible. You need to have 10,000 people working on the game if you want to achieve that, which is financially not viable. But yeah. I am excited. I won't lie. Of course I'm excited for Cyberpunk. CD Projekt just had to release Cyberpunk on Stadia. I mean, why not? Extra income. Why not? Just pissed off 30 people in the world. Well, I'm sorry. But I don't think Stadia is a good value. Not for me. Maybe if it suits you, maybe if you have great internet, but you don't have a great PC, maybe it suits you. I don't want to go into that. I'll just say, from a consumer standpoint, I can go to GeForce Now and stream the game. Not all games, though, you have to remember that I already own. On Stadia, I have to buy it, right? I have to buy the full game, and I have to pay for subscription. Did I play Death Stranding? A bit. Not too much, though. But I don't have a problem with Death Stranding because that game, you know, it's Kojima, but it was a fun game just to relax in, you know, because it's cathartic in a sense. But yeah, I didn't play too much. Yeah. LastKnownMeal, do you think we can get cyberware in different colors from Reprodox, or do we have to get dyes like in The Witcher for cyberware? That's actually a very interesting question, because they said we're going to be able to customize certain things, including the cyberware in a sense, and you're going to be able to craft certain cyberware. So I would maybe say customizing it. Now, maybe some things Doctors will offer, maybe some things you will have to do alone, but yes, we had seen different color of cyberware in the game. If you see certain NPCs, yeah, and I'm sure they wouldn't really say, oh, we have all of these customization options without giving you different colors for weapons and also for cyberware. So yeah, I kind of think so. Cyberpunk fast travel screen. Regarding that, the game doesn't have classic loading screens in a sense where you enter a room and then it loads, or you go into an elevator and it loads. They handle loading in a different way, I guess. I'm not an expert in that. there will be, I believe, loading once you enter, of course, the game. And that will, of course, differ from your PC. If you have hard drive and you're running the game on high settings, of course, the game will load slowly or slower than if you were running it on SSD. But that's the case with every game, not just with Cyberpunk. But SSDs are important now. And especially with games of this sizes, SSD is kind of a must-have, to be honest. But yeah. Do you think we can take enhancing drugs that will act like the Witcher potions? Yes, you will have reflex boosters and all of that, which gives you, for example, Kolesnikov ability, which slows down time in a sense, which makes you faster. So yes, you will have those enhancements before you go into a fight. Yes. I'm eating breakfast, gonna play it as soon as I'm done. How destructible are the environments? We saw some destruction. Obviously not too much, but we had seen some destruction. Do you reckon this will be the last Night City Wire? Honestly, no. Because Night City Wire is already established as something the CDPR does. So they can have the next Night City Wire maybe for the first expansion or maybe as an update. I would not cancel Night City Wire as a name, as a format of the show. Because, you know, Night City Wire is useful for before the game comes out, and it's also going to be useful after the game comes out to announce certain things. And I believe this is just the name of the show where they give us news after the game comes out even, so yeah. Luke already said that, so maybe next week they will announce Night City Wire because we're getting closer to release. Maybe the week after that. But definitely in these 2 weeks, it would make sense. At least the announcement. It doesn't have to happen, but maybe the announcement itself. Oh, by the way, do you hear the washing machine? I can turn the mic because the washing machine is on and it's not good. Why it's called Kolesnikov? It's the name. See. Can you get addicted in Cyberpunk? I don't think so. It can't play smoothly on hard drive. There is also a difference with hard drives. Yes, yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's say I'll take example of World of Warcraft. I play that since Burning Crusade on hard drive. And then now that you install WoW on SSD, everything loads much faster. But there is also a difference with hard drive. So maybe you have BD, green, red, black, gold version of the Western Digital hard drive. Maybe you have Seagate, whatever. So also hard drives come with different speeds. So you also have to think about that. But yes, ultimately, the best experience is on SSD, NVMe, whatever. Yeah. I have NVMe for Windows, but I also have SSD for the games. Because, yeah. And I actually got a separate SSD, 256 gigs, just for Cyberpunk and updates and everything regarding to Cyberpunk. Because it helps me with streaming, because it doesn't overload every hard drive or the one which is connected to something else, maybe to a program. It's going to stream from a different SSD, so that helps in a sense. I also have to get a bigger case, which I'm getting in about 10 days, because this case is too small. I need a bigger one. So yeah, probably go full tower. I like cases which have space in them. I love it, especially if it's 140mm for the fans, so I can have a nice airflow. And on top of that, they're quieter. They're much more quiet. Do you think that card customization will come out as DLC since they removed because they didn't have enough time to fully implement it? Now, I don't think they ever said that they removed card customization. I think in some areas it was hinted, but it was never, I think, the plan, because the plan was to have the interiors ready of different versions of the car, because if they wanted customization in that sense, they could have done it in that sense. They wanted something different for you to obtain vehicles. So I know some people are disappointed, but honestly, with the amount of different versions of vehicles we had seen and with the amount of interior detail, I really don't mind it, really. For as long as driving is good, that's the most important thing. Driving, and I was afraid of how the driving is going to look like, but after that trailer, the rides of Night City, I was like, I'm good. Jonathan, hello my friend, the politics found its way. God damn it. I actually wanted to avoid politics in this stream. Number one, alright, I'm just gonna ban you because you keep saying the same thing. To be honest, there we go, I don't care about Trump. But one funny thing though, Bosnia actually celebrated Biden won. Not because of Trump or anything like that, but because Biden was, or is a huge friend to Bosnia. He helped us during the war, and he continued to actually, be a friend of Bosnia through all of these years. So that's why people here love him. But yeah, that's it regarding politics, to be honest. Like, I'm not American, so I'm not gonna tell you, like, why would I? I don't know much about the topic, so I cannot really bring anything to the table. So there is no need for me to talk about those things. Like, yeah. I mean, you don't really care what happens here as well. You have politics here, but who cares? It's Sunday. Let's relax. It would be cool if we could have different apartments, but also that, lore-wise, you're not a corpo heir. So you don't have the amount of money to buy a single apartment in Night City. It's expensive. Like, I don't even know how we got this one, to be honest. But one thing which I actually wanted to have is maybe a shack or something in the Badlands where we can have some sort of a base. Some sort of a base where we can, do stuff in the Badlands. So we'll see. Yeah. A lot of people come here to just talk about Cyberpunk, though. We all need into Night City politics. Yes, there is gonna be an election for mayor in Night City in 2077, and that's gonna be interesting because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of quests connected to that. So yeah. And the camera is okay. Now it's good. DLC possibilities are so deep. It's very exciting. Yeah, there's about 84 books for Cyberpunk. There are so many places and ideas you can just take from that and maybe rebrand it. I don't know. Well, as a nomad, you live in Night City. You come to Night City, but of course, in the Badlands, you're going to flourish the most because you're a nomad. But that's interesting because in the nomad lore, you have something called the statics, and the statics are the ones living in cities. They don't move a lot. So it's a very interesting thing to have a nomad come to Night City, become a static in a sense because you have an apartment, you don't move around anymore. So yeah, that's cool. Elkem, do you think if we had certain cyberware that's locked off through the lack of skill level maybe, and you find it down enemy, could you scan it and then make it home and get a Ripper Dog to make it for you? Oh, well, I'm sure some upgrades and some cyberware is going to be locked off, of course, level locked, whatever. And they did say we're going to be able to scavenge cyberware from enemies. Now, I'm still not sure how that is going to be implemented. They just said it. We don't know if we're going to have an animation, what sort of parts we can actually take, and what sort of skill level do we need to be able to take parts from people or something like that. I mean, you can't really go and then perform a full operation on someone and remove the parts and expect it to work. What kind of nomad gang was V part of? He did rip off a tag in the beginning. I don't remember right now which one was it, but he did rip off a tag. And whatever that tag was, that was the one. Will it take advantage of DualSense controllers? I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. I love when there is good feedback on a controller. Maybe just cyberware nuts and bolts we can retrieve. Well, yeah, you're gonna be getting junk through looting people, and then you can disassemble that junk into parts that you can later use to craft certain things. So there is going to be a crafting system, which they haven't really shown. So I wish maybe, or maybe they just leave it for us to explore. I don't know. There is a certain, you can't really show everything that the game has. You know, some things you have to find for yourself. I mean, how will game run on Vega 8 integrated? Who knows? Do you think GTX 1070 and i7 will be enough? Now you're just spamming. Listen, there's one thing I want to get clear here. Alright, I'll put you in a timeout. You didn't do anything wrong. Just a little timeout, huh? Let me see. Regarding chat, I know that Twitch chat is different than YouTube chat. I know people are excited. You can just write it once. I'll actually read it. Okay. Do you think the dinner was a fixer? Yeah, I think that guy was a fixer of some sort. Let me see. So regarding GTX 1070 and i7, I'm sure it will, because I'm running similar system with 1070. So yeah, yeah. And also, if you see the system requirements, you can kind of compare it to that. They said recommended 1060, so 1070 should be a bonus to everything. So that's good. Do you think we can able to stop T-Bug from hurting us? Ooh, we'll see how they handle that. Can you jump off of buildings? I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. Was it Padre in the dinner? No, that wasn't Padre. Padre is the old guy you see in the Life Path trailer. That small little dude. That's Padre. I mean, people asking me how it will run. I didn't even play the game. How can I know? That's the thing. I didn't even play the game, so I cannot tell you how it will run on certain systems. I will do benchmarks once this game is out. I will do that. I love doing that. But we'll see how it's going to run. Of course, I will be streaming Cyberpunk here. This is the primary thing on YouTube. If I cannot, then I'll go to Twitch, but I really wish to stream on YouTube. And yes, I will be streaming on YouTube a lot, because right now this was kind of a warm-up of the content which I want to do. Because now we're gonna have a game, and we are going to have gameplay that I can record. I can actually work on so many videos, lore videos and everything, explainer videos, talk about different guides, different builds and everything. And for my first build, I'll probably just go a solo, but a stealthy kind of a solo. We'll see how that is going to be done. Is there any books to get into the lore? Oh yeah, Talsorian games, because this is actually, the game is made from the Cyberpunk 2020, which is the original inspiration of the world. So besides Cyberpunk 2020, you have 83 books you can check out. So go to Talsorian Games. They are the creators of Cyberpunk. TJ Houston, hello. You do good? Yeah, I'm doing great, my friend. How are you? 31 days? Let's hope. Oh yes, MadQueen is right. There is also the world of Cyberpunk 2077, which I forgot about. That's also a nice book to get yourself introduced, because it kind of updates the things, the lore in certain things, certain areas, in a sense, from drawing from Red from 2077. So it gives you overview of the gangs, it gives you overview of the history of the Fourth Corporate. So you can also check that out. Yeah. True. When modding happens, I hope modding is gonna be a thing. I hope. Will there be next Night City Wire 5? Yes, my friend, there will be. Okay, now. Oh, my friend. Yuvash Kanar? Did I pronounce that right? I'm so sorry. Thank you for your donation. It's not much, but thanks for all the lore videos. Enjoyed it every bit. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much for your donation and support. I'm glad you actually enjoy the content. I'm really glad. More lore videos are coming. Which life path is the best, in your opinion, for people that are new to Cyberpunk? Well, I don't know. If you really want, it depends what you want to experience. If you want to experience the street level, go Street Kid. If you want to experience the life outside, in a sense, of Night City, but still, you know, the game is still gonna be set in Night City. But Nomad Life Path is gonna be around Night City, around the Badlands, you know, oriented more in a sense. If you want to experience the corporations, then you go with Corpo. But I don't know. It's like it all depends to you. What attracts you? What sort of a style attracts you the most? You know. I don't know. Street Kid is somewhat the most classic, I believe. But so is Nomad. Can't wait to have some GTA 5M in Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, 5M. I've been thinking about 5M and what they can do. If they can actually make heavy RP in this game, that would be cool. If they can do that, if they can pull off certain servers. But I don't know. That's gonna be also interesting because this RP is it will be so much different than the one in the heavy RP. Hello, cute boss. Hello. What I say to people who compare Cyberpunk to GTA, play more games. GTA is not the only game in the world that exists, and it's certainly not the one game that every other game spawns from. It's just there's so many games that people who just play GTA have to play. Alright, let's see. This case scenario, to save Jackie is take Corpo Life Path, as you may already have information to get the chip. That's interesting. And of course, yes, as a Corpo, you will kinda know what's going on there. But I don't know how that will influence. It all comes down to your decisions, how you play the situation. But that's not a thing. No, I won't. Because this is speculation now. Play Outer Worlds too? Yeah, I recommend it to everyone. Yeah, Outer Worlds was great. But yeah, I mean, you know, depends. I still, you know, when I see Cyberpunk, I see Deus Ex on a whole different scale. I don't even look at GTA. But Cyberpunk definitely draws inspiration from GTA. I don't know. It's like I love GTA, but people have to stop comparing every game to GTA. Like, oh, please speculate. No, I wanted to regarding Jackie, but you know, some of those things that were revealed were from people who've been playing the game, and honestly, some of those things are in the prologue, and I don't want to potentially, you know, some people don't want anything regarding from the game and how the game plays out. They don't want to know that, so I'm not gonna say that. I mean, it's not spoilers, it's potentially for people who want to experience everything for the first time, so yeah. Mankind Divided was great. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2, I played so much of Red Dead, so much. Dylan Chumley, thank you so much for $5. Thank you so much. Been listening to your content, getting my fix for Cyberpunk. Thank you for the great content. Any advice for new streamers who want to start with CP2077? Well, Thank you so much. Well, if you want to start off streaming and playing Cyberpunk 2077, I recommend learning the lore, because you're gonna be able to offer much greater value to people watching, because you're gonna be able to explain certain things and talk about certain things. So yeah, and you're gonna kind of know what to expect. So my advice to you is learn the lore. Just learn that. Mankind Divided was too short in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Like, ending of that game was kind of iffy, you know. 2077 has taken some ideas, inspiration from a lot of games, films, and books. Of course, there is certain things you see and you're like, would this fit in my game? Then you try to change it up a bit, you know. Is there something about Cyberpunk you saw and don't like other than delays? I don't know. I mean, melee was kind of questionable at the beginning, but that has been fixed. I was worried about driving. That has been not fixed, well, shown. The driving was shown and it looked nice to me, so not really. I don't know. I mean, those things I can tell you if I when I play the game. Like, when I go through the game, I will see, like, these things I liked, these things I disliked. Right now, I can base my opinion just from the videos, and it wouldn't be a good opinion, of course, because I don't have everything. Never play Mass Effect for hours and hours and hours. Actually, regarding Mass Effect, I was trying in every single Mass Effect, I was trying to get every possible ending, every possible dialogue option, every possible playthrough of Shepard. Did I try Watch Dogs Legion? Not yet. Will nudity become an issue in streaming the game? Yeah, that's why we're thinking how to do it. Will be playing mods for Gothic made by Soulfire History of Corinnes? Yes, regarding that, History of Corinnes has been postponed the next year, regarding 2020 being 2020. I made a video about that a while back and they reached out because for some reason their comment was hidden, thanks YouTube. But they talk about that, and sadly that mod has been delayed until 2021. I hate to be the bearer of the news, but yeah, I will, of course. I love everything related to Gothic, everything. Hey Alchem, don't you think from all the trailers we got so far, the physics of Cyberpunk look outstanding? Don't you think so? Yeah, physics looks nice, but problem with physics, I can't really give my opinion on that until I experience it. But so far, some of the physics we had seen, like some elements, yeah, you can say that. There will be bounty missions, I heard today. Yeah, bounty, yeah. Those are gonna be activities. You're gonna have gang activity in Night City. All of those things that, yeah. Never finished Watch Dogs 2. I couldn't get into Watch Dogs too much. I didn't like the driving there. I don't know. I think Watch Dogs was an okay game, but it's not something that I thoroughly like could come back to and play it more than once. The way cars move look very realistic. I wouldn't say very realistic if you compare it to some racing simulators. But I think what I had seen, and what you think, is that it's a really nice mix between arcade and realism in that sense. So yeah, I mean, Kalenko with the €20 donation, my friend, again. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kalenko. Hi Elke, I'm glad I could still catch you live. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, my friend. I'm doing great. Later on, we have the community podcast on the Triple S League. So go to YouTube, Triple S League, and we're gonna have the podcast at 8 p.m. Central European time. I don't know when it is indifferent, but same time as every Sunday. It's also a rotating podcast, so every single Sunday, different YouTuber. So yeah, Kalenko, thank you so much. Thank you again. Thank you. We had Like almost like every time I stream Kalenko Doni, it's like, thank you, my friend. I hope you're doing well in 2020 as much as it can do. I didn't even have coffee. Like I'm gonna fall asleep. I need to get me some coffee so I can actually wake up properly. I don't know, I'm always like this on Sundays. Like I wake up early and then I'm like, why did I wake up so early? And sometimes like I have to set the alarm. If I don't set the alarm, I will sleep for 24 hours easy. I never wake up without the alarm. It's impossible for me to wake up without bells and alarms going off in my room. Hang in there, fam. It's just coffee that I need. I'll be good. I will get coffee after I'm done with the stream. The first Watch Dogs was the only good one. Oh yeah, that game went through a lot of well, it was marketed the one way. When it came out it looked differently, but yeah, I don't know, Watch Dogs 1 wasn't that bad, honestly. I had some fun in it, I won't say. Coffee and a snack, gamer fuel. Yeah, also when it comes to snacks, I don't eat too much chips and all of that because I'm not really a huge fan of sweet things. But when I get like when I need sugar, I can eat 5 chocolates easy. But yeah, coffee. I love coffee though. Coffee is the best thing ever. Like seriously, coffee is just amazing. I love the smell of coffee. Yeah, that's one thing that really like. I like the taste of coffee. Hey man, love your wits. This is random, but you legit look like a doppelganger of the coworker of mine. It's me, your coworker. I have a secret life. I'm a YouTuber as well. Let's see if I missed something. Will there be more vehicles other than we've already seen? Yeah. Different versions, different cars. Yeah. Damn, I just wake up early naturally. No, that's not me. Sometimes I wake up, but most of the time, if I don't have the alarms set, I won't wake up. Hi from Spain. Hello. Hello to Spain. Let me see. Hope it runs well on 1050. Well, at least on minimum to medium. What kind of coffee do you drink? Well, I drink I don't know if you have Nescafe in your part of the world. Nescafe Gold. That's what I drink. We also have regular coffee here, the Bosnian coffee, but it's too strong. I don't like it. Would you like to see the gun from Blade Runner be included as an Easter egg? Yeah, I would love to. That would be cool. Anything about the Arabic localization of Cyberpunk? I don't think we had news about Arabic localization of Cyberpunk. There is also a list. If you go to GOG, if you go to Cyberpunk, GOG is their platform. If you go to Cyberpunk, I believe it gives you the entire list of every language of that localization in a sense. From motherland Bosnia, hello. Oh my god. Nescafe in England, yeah. I love Nescafe. I tried Jacobs, how do you pronounce it in English? I don't know. And I did not like it as Nescafe. How close is Ghost Runner graphics to Cyberpunk 2077 graphics? Ghost Runner in a sense has a different graphics. They have a different style of graphics. I mean, Ghost Runner is also made by a lot smaller team. So if I would compare graphics, I would say obviously Cyberpunk looks better, but in its own way. Because Ghost Runner is looking good in its own style, and that's important. That it has a certain style behind it, and that style looks good. Because I actually like the light in Ghost Runner. I think the fog and everything that was done really well. Wow, let's drink Nescafe. Starbucks in Bosnia, we do not have Starbucks in Bosnia. Let me see. Maybe in our capital, but maybe one in the capital, but I'm not sure. But no, we don't have Starbucks here. No. I had Starbucks once in Vienna, in Austria, because I go there from time to time. I have some friends there. I drank Starbucks and I was like, it's a good, decent coffee, but it wasn't anything special, to be honest. And I paid a bunch of money for that coffee. I was like, why am I paying 15 euros for a coffee? This community is amazing. Everyone here deserves a clap. Yeah. Huge clap to the community, honestly. Amazing. Amazing community. Like, I'm really proud of you guys. And girls as well. I see you 5%. There's actually 5% of females watching the stream, which is great. But seriously, everyone from here is just a very normal person, a sane person. So thank you. Thank you for being an amazing community. I can ask how much customization will you think will be in the game? Regarding weapons and regarding character, I think a lot. I think a lot. That's American food, my man. Which food, though? You mean Starbucks and stuff? I don't know. It's like we don't have them here, so maybe if I tried something from Starbucks, I would love it. But it's not something. Not 50, 15 euros, 12 to 15, something like that. But it was expensive, and I'm like, okay, this coffee better wake me up. Starbucks isn't that expensive in Canada. I mean, yeah, we had McDonald's here. We actually had McDonald's in my city. We have McDonald's in Bosnia, but there was a McDonald's in my city, and it closed down after a few months because, number one, you couldn't compare McDonald's burger to our burger, or well, the regular burger. Second of all, you couldn't compare the price. McDonald's was just too expensive, which is not the case. In US, McDonald's is cheap, right? Fast food is cheap generally. But here, like, fast food was more expensive than in McDonald's than the regular food, and we were like, we're not gonna eat that. And there was a funny thing when I ate. I don't know, I just didn't like it here. I like to go to McDonald's and Burger King again when I'm in Austria. I love Burger King a lot, but I would not be able to eat that too much. I would not be able to. Hail Kim, do you think there will be restaurants in the game where you can actually eat? Yes. Well, I'm sure that eating food will give you some benefits. It won't actually, like, there is no there is no scale. If you don't eat, you die. No, but yes, you will be able to eat in those restaurants, and there is going to be certain bonuses in a sense. Can't compare McDonald's to any place. I mean, I don't know. For me, it's fun to go to McDonald's just to experience McDonald's. When we go to McDonald's, we don't really think of it as just going to a normal restaurant. It's like, oh, let me see what they have. Like, because the amount of things that I saw in Burger King and McDonald's, I was like, wait, there is this? And I was looking at the thing and I was like, damn. And it's just fun to try those things out. But tell us about Bosnian fast food. Well, it's pretty much Americanized in a sense. We have burgers, we have pizza, we have, how would I say, shawarma? Is that shawarma? I'm thinking of Avengers and what they ate. So we have shawarma, we have burgers and all of that, hot dogs, sandwiches, all of it. But the thing is, our fast food is much different than regular fast food because our fast food is made in front of you. So they have the fresh salad, they have everything, they make it in front of you. They make the fresh, they take the meat out from the fridge, they make it in front of you, and then you eat that. So for us, that's fast food. We don't have industrialized in a sense where it's like really fast. We don't have that. Yeah. Kebab? Yeah. Kebab. I don't know, it's like, I got shawarma, I'm like, is shawarma kebab? I don't know. Poutine? What is that? Let me Google that. Yeah. I think we have those. Oh yeah, we have also fries and all of that. chips. If you're from UK. Finished Ghost Runner recently, and damn, it's good. Oh yeah, it's amazing. I love it. Yeah, of course, yeah. Cause if I came to the States and if I wanted fast food, I would go to a place where they make food in front of you, because still, I mean, US has some. I mean, everything came from US, like those burgers and stuff, which we now. So I don't know. I would love to eat that food there. I don't know, cause yeah, not every fast food place is industrialized in that sense. There's a lot of smaller places, local places, which can make you the best burger in town. And that's the case with every country, with USA, with Bosnia, with everywhere in the world. Those small local places can really have amazing food. So yeah. I cook my own food, so I almost know. Yeah, I also cook a lot of my own food. Only place can find real shawarma is India. Well, I guess. Will you be able to change your buffness? I doubt too much, because you're still a mercenary and you have certain body physique. Is Bosnia a nice place? Depends from where you look at. If you look at economical, if you look at the country, it's beautiful, absolutely. And people here are nice. Like we get a lot of foreigners here. We get a lot of tourists. It's nice. Nothing beats a good fish and chip shop. Yeah. Medium burger in US is like over mega extreme burger in Europe. I don't actually know how big the burgers are in US. When I come to US one day, cause I'm sure I will come to US for a week or two, I will try your burgers. I want to see. Yeah. Texas BBQ, yeah. I've been hearing a lot of good things about the Texas BBQ, so of course, I will. If I go to Texas, of course, I will have the BBQ there. Of course, yeah. Oh yeah, also burritos and all of that. Like I've ate burritos, I've ate tacos. I can make them, but still I cannot make them as people actually been making them for years. I think I'm getting hungry. So it's 5:44 here. I'll be going off in 5 minutes. Yeah, we also have cevapi here. That's our food. Generally, Bosnians eat a lot of meat. We really like meat. For breakfast, it's meat. For dinner, it's meat. For lunch, it's meat. We don't like. For us, salad is just on the side, so we can enjoy meat with salad. What is the Bosnian most common dish? Well, there is called cevapi. There is pie, but not the classical pie. It's like pie from cheese, from meat, but different. It's burek, sirnica. In that sense, it's difficult to explain. If you come to US, come to Pacific Northwest and try Five Guys. I'll keep it in mind. I mean, yeah, US is huge. So if I were to come to US, I would probably go to a couple of states. Just because I want to experience the country. I don't want to just experience one city. That doesn't really fit me. I like to go everywhere. So if I were to come to the States for a bit, I would definitely try to visit a lot of places. I can go to Stockyards in Fort Worth in Texas. That's the tourist district and party area. I've tried haggis. No. Are you doing a podcast today? Yes, we're actually having a podcast in 2 hours and 50 minutes from now on Triple S League. So we're gonna have a podcast there, yes. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of... there is a lot of recommendations. Yeah, of course. Cali to New York. Yeah. I'll try it. I mean, I just want to, when they talk about the great American outdoors and all of that, because, I love nature a lot, and I would probably go and experience that as well. Come to California, we see real life Cyberpunk. Oh damn. Ritik Roy. Sir, how's your YouTube journey? It's great. I'm super excited to hang out with all of you, and I'm super excited the channel is doing great, that you love the content. More content in the future. Any thoughts on the rumored hardcore modes? I don't think I heard about hardcore modes, but I would love to have like a death march in a sense, or a very difficult option for the game. I would love that. I guess free the food. Elcam, how long are you going to wait before you talk about spoiler material of Cyberpunk after release? 2 weeks at least. Before I talk about certain spoilers. I don't ever like putting spoilers in the thumbnail as soon as the game releases. So no, I don't know. We'll see how people react. I'll also ask people, like, the best way for me to determine that is to ask my community, okay, when would you like for me to start doing spoilery stuff? I can do non-spoilery stuff before that. That's not an issue. So it's a good thing to run those things through the community and hear your opinions as well. So yeah. Yeah, you can finish the game in a pacifist style, so the game is not going to force you to kill anyone, but you're gonna have to break a skull or two. I mean, healthcare, if you have money in Cyberpunk, is great if you can afford trauma teams. So, yeah. Let's see. You can stay at my condo on the beach in Fort Lauderdale. I heard about Fort Lauderdale. I have heard the review copies will be handed 1 month in advance. I heard a long time ago that they're going to give reviewers 2 weeks or something. So I would maybe say 2 weeks. Andrew Bomer, oh, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. Industrialized, excellent word for Starbucks and McDonald's. The most important reason it's terrible and should be avoided. I'd much rather experience local food. I mean, local food is always the best, no matter the country you are in. Local food is always the best. Mr. Frette, the chances of Cyberpunk getting delayed again are slim, but they're possible as everything in the world. Personally, I'm not watching any spoilers until I play the game for one walkthrough. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Back in 2018 gameplay, the release date was hidden. Have I read the Witcher books? Yeah, a long time ago. I went through them before the season 1 came out. I'll probably go through them again before the second season, maybe. But yeah, I gotta stop rereading the old books. I need to get some new books. They're going to be forced nudity? I don't think they're gonna force you with nudity. I don't know. I mean, nudity is just a regular part of the game. Depends. Bosnian man caught in a shadow between 2 Florida men. Oh my god. There's actually, I don't know, I think they said there's about 100,000 Bosnians in the US or something like that. And most of them are in St. Louis and Houston. I don't know, but there's a lot of Bosnians here in US. Do I have any pets? I have a neighbor's cat, and I feed that cat every day because the neighbor is somewhere. So it's not a pet in the house, but I feed the cat, so maybe. I had dogs before. I had 2 dogs before, but they passed away a long time ago. Alcam, do you play Valorant? I did. I don't play anymore. What is your hobby other than YouTube? I don't know. Playing games. No, I like. I don't know. I like working on stuff. I like building things outside the house. I like working with, woodwork. I'm not really good in that, but I'm definitely trying. So yeah, that's my hobbies. When it's not 2020 and we're not locked in, I like to go on a run sometimes. Sometimes though, I kind of have to go and work out a bit more. Wasn't every scene in The Witcher 3 forced nudity? Well, technically it's not forced for as long as you can skip it, and you can skip it. Forced would be if you couldn't skip it. But at the same time, games which are rated to have nudity, yeah. Do you like sim racing? Maybe. I don't know. Sim racing in what? Sim racing in the game, like dirt rally. By the way, this Emir guy, this is my friend. Tell them about us. Will you romance Meredith Stout if it benefits me? 500,000 Bosnians living in USA? Is that true though? We don't have that many people, like. There's a running joke when the Bosnians went to China and they were like, the Chinese whatever politician asked how many people do you have in the country, and the Bosnian guy said 3.5 million. He was like, why didn't you bring all of them? If you skip, you miss some important story material. Yeah, story material. Yeah, maybe with Alton Johnny in the background stories, in the short stories. Drive Club was insane. Oh yeah, I played Drive Club ages ago. Yeah. Oh, you looked it up. Damn, 500,000. Wow, I did not expect that number. Wow. No wonder they were targeting us with ads. Or at least of Bosnian descent. Yeah, a lot of those families now have children who I have cousins in LA. Like they're not close cousins, but their father and mother went long time ago, and now their children are born in the USA. Yeah. What was my LastKnownMeal? Right now I'm about to go eat. I think we have chicken and mashed potatoes for lunch. So I'll be eating that right now. So I'll now go because I have to rest a bit. We have a podcast later. So yeah. All of the other projects regarding CDPR, they're gonna be expansions, DLCs, multiplayer, and The Witcher. So yeah. But yeah. I came as friends. I thought your only friend was your computer. I do. But computer is the best. Always chicken. Always. Yeah, so anyway, I'll have to go now. I'll have to go eat. I'll be back in 2 hours on Triple S League with the community podcast. Thank you all for coming. And regarding Valhalla, I'm yet to play Valhalla, but I will play it. Thank you all for coming. We had an amazing time. Hopefully you did too. I will have new community hangouts sometimes later. Regarding content tomorrow, there is not going to be anything because I will be working on a new lore video, and then the new Cyberpunk lore video is coming on Tuesday, and then from there we continue the uploading different stuff. We'll see. We just need to wait a bit until the marketing and everything kind of ramps up again. But we have so much lore to talk about. So yeah, visit me on Twitter at LastKnownMeal. Join my Discord. And you also have the links from all of the other Cyberpunk family members, MadQueen, Neon Arcade, and Triple S League. Go check them out as well. Thank you for all the support, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday and tonight on the podcast. Bye-bye.